Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Hello guys, how's everybody doing out there today? I'm coming to you with just a little short video today. This is just a little short video. I ran into one of my husband's friends in the convenience store the other day, and he told me that they were getting ready to go on their first cruise. So he asked me how to go about booking the cruise. So, you know, I talked to him about it, but I was like, you know, we might think that's something simple and easy, but some people really don't know. They really don't know. So I say, I'm gonna get on here and I'm gonna do a quick video on it. It can't hurt nothing. So now you can always use a travel agency if you want to. You can always use a travel agency and let them book your cruise. But what me and my husband do, when we get ready to book, I mostly get up there and do it myself. I get on the computer and I'm going to be looking down because I had to make sure I write down the steps that I did because I don't want to leave out anything. So I go to carnivalcruise.com, and when you go to that site, different stuff comes up. So I go to the official site. Yes. Then I go into find a cruise. Most of the time, well, all the time, I'm going up on the Bahamas cruising or the Caribbean, because that's basically where we haven't been anywhere else. So I pull up, I'm just going to use the Bahamas. So it'll say sail to. I'll put in the Bahamas. So once I do that, and then it'll say sail from. So they want to know where you're going to port from. Most of the time, we always port out of Port Canaveral. We have ported out of Jacksonville, I think, twice. Fort Lauderdale once. But all other times was always Port Canaveral. Even when we started cruising way back in 2002, it was Port Canaveral. So you put in your port, but they have plenty of ports, you know. Baltimore, Charleston, South Carolina, Long Beach, Los Angeles, California, Tampa, Florida. I mean, it's so many of them. Norfolk, Virginia, New York, New York, Mobile, Alabama. So it's so many ports to port out of. Hopefully I'm gonna get the port out of Charleston, South Carolina soon, because there's this cruise that I'm trying to get on, this group cruise, excuse me. And they porting out of Charleston, South Carolina, and hopefully I'm going to get to go, because I'm working really hard to try to go on that group cruise, because I know they're going to have a great time. And I know the one that's hosting it, that's over it, they're going to have a great time. But anyway, back to what I was talking about. But they have a lot of ports that you can sail from. They even have San Francisco. I mean, it's so many. New Orleans. Wow. So you go into that and you put where you're going to sail from. Then you go and you put, like, you know, look for your dates, you know. I know most of the time we do November, because that's our anniversary time. We always try to cruise in November. So you go up under there, and then it's going to start pulling up stuff where you can go, how many days, and, you know, and stuff like that. So they also have one where you could do, where it say 3 to 5 days of cruising, and then they have 6 and then longer, you know, if you want to do longer cruise. So we go up under there. I find the one that we're going to take, and I click in it. Okay, then it's going to ask you, you know, like, oh, the cruise ship. The cruise ship also, because when you put in Port Canaveral, when we put in Port Canaveral, the cruise ships pull up. A lot of time it's the Carnival Liberty. And you go into that, and then you pick, you know, your days and stuff like that. Look at your days, how many days you want to cruise. And then once we do that, then I go in, I look at what deck, you know, I want to be on. We don't ever go no lower than 7 because I'm afraid that I might get sick down there. So I don't go down there. I heard that a lot of people that go down, they don't even feel it. They feel the cruise ship. But we either go 7, the Empress deck, or we go up. It's 7 and up, never down. My husband said he could remember us being down one time, but I can't remember. That must be was a long time ago. Maybe that was when we was on the Royal Caribbean, but I can't remember us being down on the Carnival. So you do that, see where you want to be, and then once you figure out what you want to be, then where you want to be, then you're gonna look in there. You want to see what type of cabin you want. Okay, do you want the inside cabin, which is a cheaper cabin? It's cheaper. And so either that one, because you want a cheaper cabin, or you just want to be on the inside. Then they have ocean view. And it has like the little window. And then we done been on something that have like the little portholes, the 2 little circles. So you can pick that, ocean view, if that's where you want to be. Then you might decide that you want to be on a balcony, which is where he told me he wanted. He said he wanted to try out a balcony. So then you choose that balcony. Now they have different levels of the balcony because they have like the ocean suites, which we done been in one of those before too, that have the bigger balcony. And I mean, they have like the stand-up shower and the tub. And so those are really nice, but they are a little more expensive, you know. So you choose that. You choose what cabin you want to be in and stuff. So after that, then what I do, once I get everything picked out and I write down everything, when I'm cruising, where I'm cruising from, the days I'm cruising, what cruise ship I'm going to be on, what cabin I want, then I go into, after I write everything down, then I call Carnival. And when I get on the phone, I tell them I want to book my cabin. Have you ever been on a cruise before? Yes, I have. And I don't take up a lot of their time because I already know, okay, I'm cruising out of Port Canaveral on this day. And I would like a balcony. I want to be on the 8th floor, on the 8th deck or the 9th deck. And then also, I tell them another thing I left out. It's important to choose whether you want to be in after, which is the back of the cruise ship, midship, the middle, or forward, the front. And it makes a big difference. Not only with the feeling of the cruise ship when it moves, but also getting to where you need to get. Because like we were in after on our last cruise, and we didn't like it. Some kind of way things got slipped up because that's not what I asked for. I always ask for midship. So, but we dealt with it and we still had a great time. But we were in after, so we had to take different routes just to get to Lido deck. See, I like to be midship and I like to be on the 8th. So all I got to do is just go up. I could walk up the stairs because that's what we do. We'll walk up the stairs, make a turn, another turn, and then you right on Lido deck, you know. So it makes a difference of where you at on the cruise ship. So, and I tell them, okay, after I done told them what deck I want and stuff, and I tell them what cabin, then you tell them whether you want to be after, forward, or midship. I recommend midship, and I talked about that on one of my other videos. And so once you do that, and then you start booking your cruise. Well, and then, you know, they ask the questions, you know, they get your name and stuff like that. You got to make you a PIN. So anytime you want to call and check on that cruise, then they're going to always ask you for that PIN for security purposes. So make sure you do a PIN, and it's going to be a 4 number. That's something that you'll always remember. I always use the last of my social. I always remember that. I use that for everything for my PIN. So you do that. Then she's going to ask you a few questions. She's going to ask you, you know, after you done took care of that with your cabin, then she's going to ask you, like, do you want to do any excursions, set up for any excursions, or are you celebrating anything? And most of the time, me and my husband, I tell her we celebrating our anniversary. And they have little nice things in your cabin too when you tell them stuff like that. And then sometimes, well, most of the time, they come to your table and they want to sing. And then they ask you about your dinner time. So it's certain dinner times that you can get. Me and my husband, we always get the late diner. We get 8:15 because we don't know what we're going to be doing. So we want to have time to make it there. But then some people get the 6, the early part. That way they can get, you know, and get done, eat and go and, you know, finish having fun, you know. Because sometimes when we do that late, we go in the room for a little while, but then we rushing to go to maybe like the comedy show or whatever, you know. But it works for us. So once you do that, then I mean, you done. Your cruise is booked, and then you're gonna pay your deposit, you know. Sometimes they have the $50 deposit, and that's a good time to book more than one cruise when they have that $50 deposit. So you do that, and then your cruise is booked, and then they're gonna do your booking number and stuff. And when you want to do something extra to your cruise, like with us, like right now, I got to go on there and I got to order our water, because we order water, cases of water, so it can be put in our room, in our cabin when we get there. And my husband just asked me, did I order the water? But I hadn't ordered the water, but I got some time. But I like to do it when it's on my mind, because I'll forget about it. This last cruise, I didn't do it, and we had to end up doing water when we got on the cruise ship. But I mean, you could do it then too. You could do it then too. So just make sure you remember that that PIN number. Just write it down somewhere, and whenever you want to go in there and change something or do something on there, and you'll go in there, then you're gonna put in that PIN. Like if you want to call them, excuse me, if you want to call them and ask a question, you got to have the PIN. Yeah, but you can go in line and take care of the business too. So you will have all that done, and then once you pay that cabin off, then you go in there and you start doing your little setup. You know, you put in like your information, like your important information, like emergency numbers. You know, emergency people. I always use my daddy, and I use his, because that's our emergency person. You know, and you just put in that stuff like that, and our stuff is always in there, but we just go in and just do some updating. Yeah. So yes, it's simple. You follow them steps, you go right in there, book your cruise. Once again, carnivalcruise.com. Find a cruise, sail to, sail from. Your dates, you know, so that's it. Dates, your destinations, your ship, what ship you want to be on. Yeah, yeah, so I just wanted to get on and talk about that. And I like to act, when people ask me stuff, I like to answer. But I also like to come on and do a video on it. Yeah, because you never know who needs that information. You never know. So, all right, guys, enjoy your day. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Had a little technical difficulty, and so I had to get back on here, because you know I always have to say my bye for now. And something happened with my phone and it shut off. But I was done with my video, guys. So thank you for watching this video. Thank you so much for just clicking on and giving me that minute. Thank you. Love you guys. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and share. Bye for now.